The computer. So good evening, everybody. This is our May version of Friends Becoming Neighbors. My name is Robin Chatskin, and we've been doing this since 2022. This is really kind of exciting and very interesting. And so many people who have been here for a while, and we have some new people here with us as well. And it's very exciting to be here and to welcome some new to welcome some new people and to talk about some really interesting things that are going on here at the Bluffs. There's always something new going on, and to answer anybody's questions and to bring up anything that you guys have on your mind, and of course always to share some things that I'm finding out. Today I went to a new I don't want a nursery slash plant store on Landvale. So it's not big box. It's not, it's a local place that's family owned. That's going to be doing some wonderful stuff for us. I'll talk today a little bit about our community garden and our dog park that just recently opened, which is so exciting, and what's going on there, and answer any questions. So I'm going to, put it out there because we do have some new people and some people who haven't been here for a while. So I'm going to start with our newest members, and I'm going to introduce the Boyds. So I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves and tell us all about you, and welcome. And you had the floor is the floor, the screen, the microphone is all yours.
Okay. Well, I don't want to tell you all about it, so you might not let us in the neighborhood, right? So we'll tell you a few.
Yeah, you'll fit right in.
So I'm Ricky, and obviously my wife Marcia. We've been married 25 years this October. So this house is actually our gift to each other for our 25th anniversary. She'll be retiring in end of July, right? Or end of August.
End of August.
And I'm going to retire next April is the plan. So this house is our retirement home. So we're very excited. We are empty nesters and have been for quite some time. We have a son that lives up in Boston, single, has no intention of getting married, no plans to get married, have kids. And we have a daughter who is typically lives in Georgia or Florida, but she lives everywhere, right? So she's a nomad, right? So she's in the medical field, so she just travels wherever she wants to go. She was at Holden Beach last week. She's in Utah this week. She'll probably be in St. Pete's next couple of weeks, right? So who knows? But they're both have no intention of getting married and having kids, and no grandkids. So this house is kind of our grandkid money. So that's worked out pretty good for us. To tell you how we came to the Bluffs is that we were at Myrtle Beach 2 years ago or a year ago, and we started looking around Brunswick Forest, Haygood. We really love, the Bluffs. We really love the Bluffs because it kind of has kind of like the beach or the salty environment, being close to the water. But at the same time, you kind of have that, you're not kind of stuck in the city, right? You're kind of out far in the Northeast. You kind of have your own little place. We love the active community piece of it, with the pool, the kayaking, the river, the lake. Those things all matter to us because I'll tell you, we built this house to retire in. And it's the sleepiest neighborhood I've ever lived in my life, right? Literally, we go out for a walk at 7 o'clock at night to take our dog for a walk, and there's no one out, which to me is bad news, right? Because everybody's sitting in their sofas, sitting inside the house. I just want to be active. So that's a little bit about us. I don't know if you want to say anything or not.
I don't know. Like he said, we like to be outdoors. And I noticed you guys have a lot of clubs and a lot of activities going on in Wilmington as well as Leland. And so we want to be a part of all of that. So we're looking forward to.
Where are you guys building in the Bluffs?
We're on I'm sorry.
9608 Fallen Pear.
Nice. And you're
so
building
they're right across from Bonnie and Jackie.
Okay.
They're right across from Jackie Brendel and Bonnie, right by, right. They're also building with Hager, but they're right across from the two Kent houses that are building. So they're right over there. Okay. So you're going to be right in the middle of everything. And one of the things that I want to say to you, Marcia, is one of the things that I love about, and we talked about this the other night, is that even if it doesn't exist here yet, if there's something that you want that we don't have, one of the wonderful things here is that you can just, hello, baby. Who's that?
This is little Bailey. So she wanted to say hello real quick. She
Hey,
keeps ringing the bell.
Bailey. Hey, sweet girl. Um, that you can just make it happen. I mean, we had a welcome party one time, and somebody was looking for. She's a professional bell, a church bell ringer, so she was looking for bell ringing. Like it was so random. So and people do all different kinds of things. So if there's something that you like to do that we don't do yet, then start it while you're living in the Airbnb and helicopter in, and that when you are here, you can get it started. You already know how to do Team Reach. You can start a Team Reach group, and you can start getting the word out there. So
Hey,
we,
Rob.
we welcome you, and it's all
Thank
a
you.
wonderful thing.
Robin, let
Yes.
me just jump in there for a sec. So Ricky, you said a few minutes ago that like in your community, you never see anybody out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sounds like my old neighborhood too. You know, when we're back on Long Island, sometimes there's like you wonder if anybody's living there besides you. But in this community, what I've observed is as soon as the weather gets nice, I mean, the wintertime, nobody's out, it's cold, right?
Right.
When the weather is nice here, probably around 5 o'clock, maybe 6, 5:30, I'll go maybe take a bike ride. There's a lot of people out at that hour. People walking their dogs. There are people on golf carts just driving around because they're driving around. People getting the mail. People playing pickleball. People walking. There's a lot of people that are out and about in this community. As long as the weather is not oppressive, you know,
Right.
or really cold. It's a very social community. So I think you're going to really see a different community than where you are. I think you're
Yeah,
really going to enjoy
we're
it.
very excited about it. Like we didn't want to buy a bigger house and more house and spend all that money, but at the same time, it's like to me, when we retire, like right now, I have plenty that distracted me with work, right? I work 10, 12 hours a day. I work from home and all day meetings back to back. But when I retire, I'm not gonna have shit to do, right? So I wanna be in a neighborhood where I do have a lot to do, and I feel like the bus is perfect for us.
Since you have a dog, you're going to make a lot of friends. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
A
love
lot.
the looks of the dog park.
It's not even the dog park. You know how many people here have dogs? There's people walking dogs all the time. It's the truth. There's a lot of dog people here. You'll meet, and we used to have a dog years ago. When you walk your dog, you meet everybody in the neighborhood.
We're excited.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Where in Greensboro are you from?
So we're actually in Jamestown, North Carolina. Are you familiar with that?
Okay. Yeah, I used to play hockey in Greensboro.
Oh, did you? The Hurricanes?
The Monarchs.
Oh yeah.
Before the
yeah.
Hurricanes.
Yeah. Hurricanes were on. That's right. Yeah, the Monarchs. That's right.
Yeah.
So where are you at now? Are you
Jersey?
Good old Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to get out.
My favorite place in the whole world. I lived there for a year and a half in a hotel, so I know what.
Oh boy. Now we're in Northern Jersey, and we'll be coming down. Actually, we built with Haygood, and our house is we're doing a lease back now over on River Parkway. So it's their newest model. So
Yeah,
it's
is that the
two
one that
houses
just
up.
won the gold?
No,
2 doors down.
that's the one they currently like. Haygood owns that house and lot.
Okay.
And I mean, they had it listed for sale, so I don't know. We're actually just 2 doors up from that. We're 3818 River Parkway. So they're still in the process of staging it, but I know they're taking people on in it. So we're doing a lease back for a year and a little change kind of thing.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
What
Yeah,
model are you building with Haygood?
We're building the Cape Lookout. So that was the lease back house before yours, I think.
Yes.
Which is on Fallen Pearl Lane. So our house is actually going to look very similar. It's going to be white with the black accents.
That was
We're
really
not doing
pretty.
the black windows because we couldn't justify $25,000 for black
Yes.
windows.
We thought about that, and then I was like, "Do you know how expensive those are?" No, you're not getting that.
No, we will have white windows, and you're just going to like it.
Yeah, we're doing we did a Portsmouth
Evidently-
Island.
Evidently, this black window is, and we didn't realize that. And Gary, Suzanne and I had your wife. Is Suzanne around, or is she hiding?
No, it's not home right now.
Yeah. So evidently, these black window frames seem to be a very hot commodity in a conversation point in all these houses. So when we built our house, when we saw our model, it had a black window frames on a white house. And with AR, and Gary and Suzanne also built with AR, the plan for the house, it was like an all-inclusive vacation. So basically the price tag that was on the bottom of the house came with everything we saw. So everything was listed as we saw it. So the salesperson for the house made sure to say to me, make sure that when you go to negotiate or whatever, that you let them know that the black window frames are included, because you signed that saying that everything that you saw and the black frames and everything were there. And I'm like, okay, everything else was the way it was shown, but she wanted to make sure that we got them. And then the owner was like, oh, because he had already signed it. And I didn't understand that they were such a hot commodity, these black window frames. That's what we saw. The house had black window frames on the outside. So we do have black. And now when you add anything to the house with the black, if we went and put in a screened in porch, we put in something that matched. We wanted to put the screen porch that with the frame that matched the rest of the window frames. You got to be careful what you wish for, because some places will charge an upcharge for that, and some don't.
Yeah.
It depends what you're looking for.
Haygood definitely does charge. So
yeah, well, and that's
black they charge. Yeah,
that becomes the big fun. But they do look so nice. It depends on the color of the house. So it's all good.
Definitely a great look.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on the house. I mean, there's a lot of houses around that are very dark, so they don't need they just do different kinds of things. Yeah. So let's see, David, why don't you guys tell us what's going on with your house?
Well, we are the siding's up, drywall's in. They're hoping there's a little bit more sanding to do with the drywall, and then they're going to start tiling. They're hoping to paint in the next, well, whenever the weather's not raining, they have said dry weather. They're hoping to do that in the next week or so. So everything's gone up pretty quickly. We actually have, when you're talking about windows, we have bronze windows in our house.
Yeah.
And we kind of changed things around. We won't have any white on our house. We took all the soffits and everything is all that hardy board, and so the whole house is going to be painted one color. And then we have bronze windows. Amy had you want to explain it? Your dream board, your house?
My mood board. Yeah, we found a house that we really liked, and the model was different, but the look of it is what we wanted. So we don't have any shutters. It's like a, what color would you call it? Greenish, brownish. Tan. So no, we don't want white anywhere. But to your point about, you go down a rabbit hole, because we liked the look, and then we got to Haygood to do the selections, and we were like, oh, is that white? We don't want that white. So that's an upcharge, and we don't want that white, and so but this is a dream house, so we're not going to skimp. We're getting what we want. But yeah, so we kind of went down the rabbit hole with,
yes, we did,
trying to get rid of any shade of white on our house.
Yeah.
Where is your house located? Remind me.
Dock View.
You're on Dock View. Okay, so you're in the new section as well.
Yes.
Awesome. So Gary, why don't you fill everybody in what's going on by you? We haven't seen you in a while.
Well, it's just about ready, the house. I know Suzanne's dealing with Jeff. I deal with more of the landscaping issues, which we've had a few. We did hire Easton today. I spoke to them today. And but the landscaping issues continue. But hopefully I could rectify that with Jeff. But like I said, Suzanne kind of knows the ins and outs of the house more so than me because she's going to be down there in July, August, and I'm going to be working at least until next August. So Suzanne should be down there by mid-July.
Yay. I'll believe it when I see it.
No, for real.
For real? Okay.
No, but I'm being honest with you. Like I've always said that I'm gonna stay in New York until I retire next August.
Yeah, but we like to see you too. It's
So
okay.
I'll be there like 2-3 times a year, but that's the game plan right now.
And the house is beautiful, and it's going to be great. And tell everybody where your house is.
3706 Littleberry Place. It's near the entrance, I'd say. It's not too far from Fall and Pear, right? Like right.
So
right
when you guys come around the Rotary or the whatever you got, depending upon where you come from in the country, whatever you want to call the roundabout, the Rotary, whatever.
Roundabout, right?
So it's actually right behind the fountain. When you're coming around, you'll see their house. So
Okay.
and I tend to look in the direction every time I come around, and I have to remember not to look too long because I have to continue to go around and not hit something. So it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. But we look forward to you guys coming down. All right, Dennis. You know we know you're now in North Carolina. You are North Carolinians. Did you get your licenses yet?
So yeah, that's what I was going to say. We are official North Carolinians. We have our driver's license. We have North
Wow.
Carolina plates. And I want to say thank you to everyone on this call that's been giving us tidbits, advice, info. That whole process went extremely smooth for us, mainly because of attending these calls and getting info from everyone that's been through it beforehand. So I just again want to echo thanks for that. It was an easy morning. We were both ecstatic when we left out of there. But it was only because of the all the information that we got ahead of time. So
Hey,
we're
hey,
at 40
Dennis.
40. Say again?
Hey, Dennis, where did you go? Which DMV did you go to for your license?
So we went to the one in Wilmington, and the key to that is we got our appointment like 2 months out.
Okay.
We got our appointment back in actually closer to three. We got our appointment back in February, and because we knew about when we were gonna move in and move down, and so we got our appointment back in February. My wife and I, because you have to do it individually, we got them back to back. So she was at 8:15, I was at 8:30. We had all the paperwork we needed. Um, I had my cash for the notary, thanks to Michael. And I didn't fall in the floor when I heard them say how much the highway use tax was because I got that warning too. So save so you can save yourself some money by bringing a check because there is a fee for using a credit card. So we wrote a check for everything and walked out with temporary license and tags. But that plate, if you can get an appointment at the Wilmington office, it is good because the place where you get your tags, they're two different places, but they're literally in the same strip. You just walk down a couple 100 feet, and you're in the place where you get your tags. So it is convenient if you have an appointment. If you don't have an appointment, you're going to be waiting a while, and you may not get in.
Okay,
So
that's good to know. All right, thank you.
yeah. hmm But yeah, we're at 4045 Bay Colony, the street to be on. Um, so so we're a couple doors down from Robin. They are finishing up with the paint on the outside. They primed the inside. Sheetrock's up. They're getting ready to start with tile. Things are cooking, and it's good to be here where we can get with the project manager and walk the place, once a week and just kind of see what's happening, and it makes a difference in person. So yeah, but that's where we're at. We'll probably be moving in August timeframe, August, September.
Cool. Excellent. Thanks.
And your project manager's Ben, is it Ben Newell?
No, we have James Marcus.
Okay.
We had Ben, Ricky.
We
He
have
was
Ben. We
amazing.
love Ben.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
And hey, good. If there's somebody on here that's, I don't want to sway anybody too much, but if you're thinking about Hey Good, I honestly say you can't go wrong. They have a culture of excellence from the owner on down.
Yeah.
That's what I've experienced. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not going to run into any issues because it is a major project, but they will work with you every step of the way.
Yeah, Patrick is wonderful to work with as well. He's very reasonable and open to talk and down to earth and very fair in whatever needs to be worked out.
It's
Yeah.
been interesting for us because now from clearing the lot, we are now watching because it's happening out Michael's office door. Like we're watching everything happening out the window.
Right there, outside that window.
Like literally out the window because today they poured concrete. So we are documenting everything for our new next door neighbors and their building. So it's been kind of an interesting experience to see it all happening, one thing at a time. So Nancy, what's going on with you guys?
Oh gosh. So I'm glad you went through the house and you have good things to say. Yeah, I'm getting excellent updates now from Jeff every day, which is
You saw what's been going on. We got the counters in, the countertop. I mean, the cabinets,
cabinetry,
the countertops are in. Trim work.
I saw Schneider Stone there the other day, and I was I wanted to stop so badly, but they were lifting your granite, and I said no, I'm going to let them do that.
Thank you. So yeah, we'll be down next weekend, and we're going to check out the progress and meet with, I guess, a new landscaper person because the person we met with last September kind of disappeared. So yeah. Gary, I probably want to circle back with you at some point to talk landscapers, so I want to avoid issues.
Yeah. I don't, I don't, I don't know what happened. There was just a miscommunication. Robin knows the story, and it was with, it was with Dirt Nerds, and it was, it didn't go well. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't go well. The negotiation, and I thought, we didn't speak. We went by too much text, and that's why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I sent him an email and I asked him, did you review the email I sent you, and what is your decision? And he sent back a text that said, "Gotcha." And,
real helpful.
And then he did the work. He said, "Gotcha," did the work, and then he didn't really get me, and there was discrepancy with the price, and we're working through that now.
Yeah, and again, all of this stuff is all I would take things because it's important to share information. Take the stuff offline so that this way you guys can answer each other's questions. Nancy, Who does he have you meeting with?
We're meeting with RS Landscape. Roger.
Oh,
Okay.
Roger.
All right. Yeah. So we'll have a conversation about that as well.
Good. Yes,
okay. So
offline,
so definitely have a conversation with Gary. We'll have a conversation as well with you.
Yes.
Because everybody has an experience, and everybody's story.
Yeah, it seems the landscaping piece has been a hot topic for a while. So yeah.
But I think with everybody, because people I've spoken to that use landscapers 3 or 4 years ago now have different story. Landscaping is hard. land, everything. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Funny, your face changed in the last 15, 20 minutes. Your hair grew. Wow.
No.
I know. It's good to see you. So yeah, so definitely, we'll take some conversations offline, but we'll be glad to see you when you come down. Everything looks like it's going really, really well.
Thank you.
So Hadley's, you want to fill everybody in?
Well, I think Don already did,
Yep.
but
Yep.
yeah, I just want to be at the Bluffs. That's why.
Do they
Went to
have
book club last
Yep.
night, and
Yeah, but you're around a lot.
we're around a lot. Yes, because we're bored. We come out, we'd look around the lot, we'd walk in the neighborhood. Yeah.
So do we have any kind of idea?
January, because we're with Coastal Cyprus, and they told us a year from when we started, which was February 1st. But they've been delivering their homes in 11 months. But who knows?
It's going to take them 11 months just to do your driveway. Your driveway alone. I mean, that is, it's so funny when you have an unusual, and Ricky and Marcia, when you understand, when you go see their lot, and you may have already driven by their lot and not realized it. The conversation. So when I first met you guys, or I think maybe we had a conversation about, because I met Don and he was telling me about his driveway, and he'd asked me a question about the covenants about concrete, and that we're going back a really long time. And he was asking me about the rules about that the driveway had to be concrete. And he said to me, there is no way that I'm going to have a full concrete driveway. And I said, well, but it's the rules, and I don't make the rules. And he says, but you don't understand. And I really didn't understand until I actually stood there and saw it. And Nancy, do you remember because Nancy was with us when we saw your driveway?
Yeah, Nick and I were just talking. Is that the driveway that you took us down? Yes,
that's the
driveway
that I showed you. Now, Nancy, meet the people who have the driveway that is not going to be a 100%, concrete.
It's kind of like Artie and Susan's. If
yes.
you know their lot, they're way back off. They're not right on the street. They're back near the river.
Yeah, but I think you may, at some point, we may have to, the community may have to do a contest. and it's gonna, and you may win. I mean, that may be a stacked how long is your driveway?
To be determined. I don't know.
To be determined. Okay,
and David, we can see your house from our house. We're across the street from you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're have you been down recently?
So we were down 3 weeks ago. We were down, I think, before that, and they were just beginning your build. And then when we were down there 3 weeks ago, I was like, oh my goodness, look at how much they've done.
Yes. And unfortunately, we were in Arkansas helping our daughter, and we missed the trusses, and this is our first build. So I was like, oh man.
Yeah. And now, since Robin said that about your driveway, I do remember your driveway goes back pretty far.
Right. And then Gary doesn't want it to look like an airplane runway. So he wants to soften it a little bit. Wind it a little bit.
You guys could hold a drag contest on there and make a little extra money running drag strip races.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
I mean, it is North Carolina. They're big in the cars,
That's right.
As long as there's no stripes.
Put in a pickleball court.
Hey, listen, stranger things have happened. So Janine, you want to fill everybody in on what's going on, babes?
Not much. We're over on 3818 River Parkway, building built with Haygood, Portsmouth Island. We are their newest model. They're in the midst of staging it. So we're doing lease back with them for that. And all the things that you guys are saying. It's our first build. Todd and I are from New Jersey. Looking forward to coming down south. No human kids. We have fur babies, 3 dogs and a cat. Um, and we're just excited to get on down there, love it for the trees and that a lot of the other places we saw, like they took every tree out and there was nothing. Um, but
Right.
really great community and learning a lot from these Zoom calls. And all I can say is if you want to see the house, the doors are always open on Haygood. So just walk right on in.
Lillian, what's going on with you guys?
Oh my God, Robin, you don't want to know.
I always
I
want to
do.
know, babe. What's going on?
Well, I'm here and Paul's up in Rhode Island until Saturday, getting together with his high school grammar and high school buddies. So, and then he's coming home on Saturday, doing his wash on Sunday, and then leaving until Monday through Thursday to a JNC conference in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, being that he's going to be gone, we're getting a pod, the second one, because we still have a lot to filter out in the house in Maryland. And we just had 2 weeks of painting this house inside throughout, top, middle, and bottom, the basement. And that, Janine will tell you, I was like going crazy. I'm like, this guy, the painter, it's like a cyclone in this house. But hey, good. We just found out last night when we looked at the update that we are not expecting our CO at the end of June.
Seriously now?
Right.
Sorry. Okay.
So it's now the 8th of July. So what everybody knows, how you have to coordinate your movers. You were having an outside company do the driveway, not the driveway, the garage. And on that thread, it shows like the painting of the garage floor, the cleaning of it, and whatever. So I just sent James a note stating that, did you change something that moved RCO? I think a phone call would have been appropriate, instead of us just literally seeing it and we're shocked. Little ticked off about that because now I have to call the movers and change it out. And if I don't do it by Friday, after that, we're getting into their busy season. The price will go up. But, it is what it is, and you know, they're doing the best they can. But I don't know if it's this may be the reason that Rosie Barrett moved in September, and since October they are waiting for a grinder pump.
Yeah, the grinder pumps have been a big issue.
Right. So they've had Will out there, they've had Patrick out there, they've had the county out there. She's called, James is called, Patrick's called, and it's like, okay, everybody knows this, has known it since October, literally will not resolve the issue, I mean, it's 3 feet. Well, I'd say 3/4 of the tank is on our property, and we need a fence because we have 2 dogs, and it's right there where we're going to put the fence. So I don't know if that's the problem or everything else, you know, the last little details needing to get done. I don't know.
So Ricky, do you guys have your grinder pump ordered? Did you ask about that yet?
No, I have not. He told us where it was going to go, but I don't know if he's ordered it
Yeah.
yet or not. So I'm
So
glad
yes,
he
that,
said.
They
that's
order it,
always something
Robin.
that I tell everybody that, you know, we
Yes.
talked about that. That seems to be something.
Yeah.
Put that on your list.
No, they don't. Haygood orders the grinder pump. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't have to do
No,
it.
no, I understand that, but that's one of those things that we always, you stay on top of it
Yes.
just to ask them,
Yeah.
have they ordered the grinder pump?
Yeah.
Just as
Yeah.
out of curiosity, have you ordered it? Because they have to order it.
Right.
Because
But
there's so many developments are going up around the area and they're
They'll
back
put it. They'll
ordered.
put it on your builder trend schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It'll say
probably
grinder pump installation, grinder
Right.
pump, blah blah blah.
Maybe go to the person with the longest driveway. You know what I mean?
Hey now.
I'm only
There you
kidding.
go.
I'm only kidding. Just
no,
put it.
but what
Hey,
happened?
but we
Yeah,
already
but they just
said you
show
better
up.
order that grinder.
But they just show up because I know that I happen to have been here, and they had ordered it, and they don't tell you when it's coming. Like they
Right.
literally, they
But
just show up.
They did tell Ben, our guy, because he actually staked out the day before they were coming. He said, "Oh, they're coming Monday or Tuesday," and he staked out where he would like it to go because originally it was looking like we were going to run over it with the golf cart every time we went in and out. And they staked it out and they came out that Monday or Tuesday when they said they were going to, and they put it in properly. So I'm just saying our experience, because we were very concerned about the location of the grinder pump, was Ben was on top of it. He had it on the schedule. They came out the county came out on time, exactly when it was supposed to happen. So it was good on our side.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
Lillian is not having as good of a.
Well, it's not so
It's
much
not your
ours.
fault. It's Rosie's
No,
side.
no, it's
in the
not even
county.
Rosie's fault. Ours is fine where it's located.
Yeah, no,
because we
it's
have a
Rosie's
side
being on your
garage.
property line.
But Cassandra and Clarence Mewborn, they're about to start their build. And I don't know what it is with builders, but or workers, whatever. They see the silk screen there and they assume that, okay, this is your property. Not so.
Right.
You know, they'll only do the necessary area, you know, there was so many feet here, so many feet there, but no, it's not even Rosie's fault. I
No,
mean,
no, it's not her fault. The county
you
is the
know,
one that does
she's
that.
been down there, she's called and, you know, several times and I don't know what the problem is on that end, but you know, I mean, is it because we're delayed or is that the reason why we're going to have a delay because of the grinder pump for a CO? I don't know. I
But
don't know.
it shouldn't delay yours because your grinder pump is functioning in the appropriate place, but hers has
Right.
to be moved.
But our landscaping is going to get done, the
Right, right.
fencing eventually. They're, you know, I mean, when you move something, what are
But
you
other
going to
people
do?
move in without having landscaping done.
Yeah, I know, but Janine, but the fact is that pipe is going from the road to the grinder pump. What are you going
Oh,
to have an elbow
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what, you know?
Well, yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
listen, I'm sure Haygood will figure all that. You'll be able to ask them questions and they'll figure it all out. So
yeah,
is your husband fully retired now?
he's fully retired. Yes, he is.
And
But he was able.
congratulations. How are you handling all of that? It's a lot of togetherness, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like him to go back to work. I swear to God. Oh, it's been fun. I don't know if moving has made it fun. Packing up the house, painting this, that, and other thing, yard work, pool, the whole 9 yards. But he's got too much time on his hands.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. So no, hey, listen, it's all good. I just wanted to go over a couple of things that have been going on here at the Bluffs that I wanted to share with all of you and to share with the Boyds who are going to be moving in and those of you who are helicoptering in and out. First, I'm going to say, are there any questions that anybody has about anything that they need to know, anything they've been reading, anything they've been hearing, anything that you need information about.
I have a question, Robin.
Okay.
And living on the Bluffs website, it seems like one of the biggest things that seems to be a problem is Amazon deliveries. Why can't they be delivered to the houses? Why do they have to go to the mailboxes? Because it seems like everybody's posting their day. Does anyone have my package? It was delivered.
Right.
Blah blah blah.
So
I just don't get that.
So interestingly, I was at the mailboxes yesterday or the day before, and the poor mail guy. So he had heard a rumor that we're getting an Amazon box. Like we're going with he told me that we're supposed to be getting an Amazon box.
Yeah.
Some kind of like a dedicated Amazon room just for Amazon packages.
Right.
I have not heard, I heard rumors about that. I have not yet heard a confirmation about that. If you saw the astronomical, I mean, these poor guys, and I'm not saying that because I see what happens with the astronomical amount of packages, whether they are USPS or Amazon. But these guys are delivering mail and then the packages. So I went to go pick up my mail yesterday, and I don't know how it happened, but somebody else's package. There were two of us had a package in the same mailbox. And he said, "Why are there two of the same key? Like there are two keys for the same package box." So there's a lot of stuff there that needs to be taken care of. The biggest problem is that some of the Amazon packages are being delivered to the homes, and some of the packages are being put in the mailboxes. Some of them are being put into the big mailboxes, and some of them are being put into the smaller mailboxes. So there's no pattern to it. I think the frustration, I understand the frustration. However, the community is not so enormous that if somebody gets the wrong package in their mailbox, I mean, I've brought it to somebody else's house. Their address is on the package. So if I see somebody else's, name on the package with an address, I've brought people's packages to their house. It's on my way home. Because these guys have there's a lot of mailboxes here now. So Amazon doesn't have a special Amazon delivery person. It goes through the USPS. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on here, is that there are no Amazon trucks driving around that I can see. I mean, that I certainly have seen. There aren't. So it's coming through the post office. And that's the biggest issue going on right now, is that they don't have, I mean, they're working 7 days a week. So they were there on Memorial Day. They're there on Sundays delivering Amazon packages and other packages. So that's what I know from speaking to the employees. And it's frustrating, and I get it, and I understand. I don't know what the solution is at this point, except that they really need like 3 people doing that job every day. And I don't think they're going to get it. So I asked him, I said, "Would you like me to help you?" And he said, "Oh my God, could you?" I said, "Yeah, except that you're going to get fired if they find out." So that was the bigger problem. But that's what's been going on with the packages. So the living in the Bluffs, people have been complaining, but that's the only thing that we can do, is if we do an Amazon room. But Janine, I'll get you in 1 second. But my daughter lived in apartments, and the problem when you do a room, if anybody has ever lived with a communal room, is that if God forbid something disappears, then they drop. But it was delivered. It shows as delivered, but it's now in a room, but it's not there. So where is it? Somebody took my package, but it was delivered. So it's going to be one of those things that's growing pains, and we're just going to have to try to figure that out.
Can I jump in here, Robin?
Sure.
Just a couple things. If it's UPS, it's coming to your door. UPS, every UPS package gets dropped at our door. All right. If I order stuff, believe it or not, I've ordered stuff from Home Depot be delivered, and Home Depot has like their own, or Lowe's also, they have like their own little dispatcher. I guess some of their employees they use their employees to drop stuff. So I've done that a few times. Also, there seems to be, not always, at times, a mix-up with the mail between River Park Way and Rivergate.
Yeah.
Two streets that are rivers. And there are stories, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens to somebody, it becomes a big problem for that person, right? And so then it gets posted to Living in the Bluffs, and everybody thinks there's a problem with everybody's mail, which is not the truth. But that gets mixed up at times, all right? And that happened also to Robin and I in our old neighborhood back in New York, where we had mail with another block. We had a house with the same number, two different blocks, and it happened a couple of times a year. I would just drop it off at their house. They drop it at our house. And then the other thing that happens is that sometimes you will get a notification from the post office that says your package has arrived at the locker. And people think that arriving at the locker means that it's at the Bluffs locker. And it may not necessarily be the Bluffs locker. That may be at the post office. So it doesn't mean it's been delivered to your house or to your mailbox.
Gotcha.
All right. So there's a lot of, I don't want to confuse everybody, but there's a lot of little things going on, but they're not all the same. And it doesn't happen to everybody, but eventually I think everybody will have an incident because we all get mail and we all get packages.
And it
I think the community is maybe a little frustrated, but we all help each other out and nobody's taking anybody's packages. And I think everybody is helpful and cooperative.
We're trying. Yes, Janine. You have a solution?
Well, yeah, it might be a light at the end of the tunnel on the Leland community Facebook page. Supposedly, Amazon is setting up a distribution center in Wilmington or close thereof, which just to give some perspective, because I was like, why, like David, I'm like, why, how hard is it to get Amazon? To what Robin said, it's USPS that's delivering it. There's not Amazon drivers. And up in New Jersey, like just in our little state of New Jersey, I think there's 17 or 20 Amazon distribution centers. I think all of North Carolina has 5. So that kind of proximity kind of shows you, and it's not just in the Bluffs, because I'll see in the Leland community saying like, where is my Amazon thing? Like paying for Prime just is not worth it. But if it comes to fruition that they build a Wilmington distro center, it should assist with maybe them being able to get some Amazon drivers.
Yeah, that would definitely help a lot. So we'll keep you posted about that stuff. Anybody else have any?
Well, I just think Leland is growing so fast.
Yeah.
Like we had to go to the postmaster and say, you don't even have our 7055 Dockview Court. And we had to go through Pat, the last name, Nicoletti or whatever.
Yeah.
And she finally talked to somebody at the post office and got our address because they weren't recognizing our address. So, I mean, there's a lot going on. And the Leland post office.
Yeah, they definitely need a bigger.
They need a new post office.
Well, they definitely need a larger post office. There's a lot. You should wait till you see it around holiday.
Oh, I know.
It's quite an interesting experience. We're trying. Anybody else have any questions before I just go into a couple other things that I want to put out there for you?
Rob,
yes.
Let me talk about before you go into your agenda. I want to mention the little power outage that we had the other day. So, and the reason I bring this up is the discussion that everybody has about generators. So when we were starting to plan our build, 3-4 years ago, actually, one of the things we knew that we would want is a generator. right? Because things happen, and we never had a generator before moving here up in Long Island. We never lost our power, but we heard stories about sometimes there's a power outage, and we were not going to be without power because it's hot down here. We want to make sure our house stays cool in the heat of the summer if there's a power outage. And sure enough, out of the blue the other day, there was a power outage at like 4:45, bink.
Last night.
Yeah. Was that last night?
It was last
Yeah, we were
night.
having book club and there wasn't
Yeah.
any electricity.
So we lost power. We have a generator and it kicked in. And there are people here that do not have generators. There are people here that have portable generators. And a lot of people have permanently installed generators. So we have a permanently installed generator. And for you folks that are building or about to build or still planning, or Dennis, I'm not sure if you are planning to have a generator, I would encourage you to give it some serious thought. Whether or not your builder does it or you do it after the build, I would encourage you to give it some serious. It is not a small expense, but
I already put aside the money for it. We're gonna do it ourselves. We didn't do it through the builder, but we're definitely doing it. It's gonna be one of that and internet is the two things at the top of my list when we get the keys.
Oh,
that's
absolutely,
right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
some
told my,
people,
yeah, you have
some
to
people,
refrigerate. I need to be refrigerated.
yeah,
That's
some people, Dennis, to your point about the internet, some people like we do in our house have Wi-Fi extenders because some houses have great Wi-Fi service, coming off of the modem, and others maybe not. And it was part of our standard builder package, which I'm glad, and it works great. So we have no problems with Wi-Fi anywhere in our house for all of our TVs and our computers. So it's all these little things that we never had to consider any of that stuff when we were living in our old house up in New York. But having built a new house here, as you guys are, again, thinking about doing it, gonna move in, still building, still planning. Gary, I see you. You have that perplexed look on your face, but I know you have that Wi-Fi extender because you have an AR home.
Oh yeah, well, actually it goes. My Wi-Fi extender will take me all the way to the end of my driveway. I'm still connected to my extender through the house all the way to the end of my drive, and I have a long driveway. Not as long as yours, of course, but long enough.
So so that means if
man.
Dennis ever loses his Wi-Fi, we're going to see him parked in front of our driveway.
Absolutely. Anytime. He doesn't have to park in the driveway. Everybody's welcome to come in. So, you mentioned, and David, you mentioned living in the Bluffs. And the one thing that I did want to bring up, because I know that it's been a conversation throughout the community. So I just wanted to throw it out there for those of you who have been, who are on the Facebook group, that Facebook has it's a push me pull you and all these kinds of things. If you've been seeing and you've been following things, number one, don't always believe everything that you hear and that you read. We have a phenomenal, amazing community here, and Facebook is one of those places that people write, people don't necessarily always filter. I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of people in this group. What's going on? What's happening? If you've been reading things, people are asking, what was this about? Hello, puppy.
Finnegan.
Like what's been happening? What's really happening? What was this all about? If you have a question about something, and those of you who know me and know me well, and those of you who don't know me well yet, but have figured it out. Most everybody here knows me well enough to know I will always tell you the truth if I know, and if I don't know, I will find out. And I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you whether it's a good answer or not a good answer. But if you have a question, before you just assume that what you're reading is true, there's always three sides of a story. But we have you're moving into an amazing, community here. And there are so many amazing people. And then there are people who just, don't like each other and don't get along. There's like every place else. And there's always reasons for things. And yet things are wonderful. We have an amazing community garden. And I was hoping that some people were going to come on today. It blows my mind. 3 years ago, we were sitting here and Dennis, I'll get to you. And it was a dream that Jack Johnson had, that there was a piece of dirt and he just wanted a community garden and it was sitting there. And we went to Doug, and it is now this absolutely gorgeous, amazing. We're already sold out of phase 2, and we're going to be starting to work on phase 3. People are on their second harvest of vegetables. Everything grows so fast here. Pumpkins grow at this time of the year here, not in October. People are growing flowers. People are growing like the squash are like this big. So everything is just thriving here. The dog park, which was totally funded by the community, is thriving. They had their first play date a couple of weekends ago. There's water, there are gazebos there. The dogs are having an amazing time. There is shade. There's mulch, and it is just a beautiful, wonderful thing to see. The next phase they've opened, I believe it's already open, and if it hasn't already, it should be any day, of another RV and boat storage, because I know that's been a big conversation here about making sure that there's space. So they did open up another one so that there is enough space for the people who are moving in now. And that's, pretty much, there's so much going on. The pool has been open. We've been doing, we had our Memorial Day party. There will be a 4th of July party. The first Fridays so if you're ever coming down, there's always the first Friday. You can take a look at that. Make sure that you're on the Team Reach, but also on the calendar. I'm trying to think what else has been going on. Water volleyball is starting when?
It's next Monday, is Monday the 2nd? I think it's whatever that Monday is, Monday the 2nd.
So was it the first Monday of every month?
No, they do it every week, I believe.
Every
in the
Monday?
summer. Yeah, on a Monday at 6 o'clock. I think it's every week. There is a Team Reach group for the water volleyball that I just joined.
Okay.
No.
And they do that in the pool. Dennis, yes, you have your hand up.
You set up a perfect segue. Yeah, one thing we were talking about with the community garden, and we were talking about the back gate the last month. So I actually tried to come in the back gate, and my code did not work.
Okay.
It is not okay. So this is the deal with the back gate. So when the back gate will not use your code. There is a gate code. We're talking about the
Hooper Road.
The Hooper Road,
Yeah.
with a Hedsel Way gate.
That's the way.
You can go out because it'll always open. Coming back in, it's only open. You can only use the garden code from 7 to 7, because that's the construction gate code. If you're in the dog park or you have a garden bed, we'll give you a code. Okay, there is a code for the community garden. Do you have a bed in the community garden? No. Okay. So so that's why your regular code will not work on that gate. If you're coming during normal guard gate times, you can push their button over there and the guard will let you in. You just tell them.
If you ask nicely, yeah.
If you ask nicely, well, you just tell them that. No, that you just tell them, because they really don't want that gate open. It was never meant as a pass through. But or you can call one of us, because it works like almost like a guest gate. But they're really trying very hard not to use that gate, because the gate stays open a very long time, and people who aren't supposed to be coming in could potentially come in.
That's a good point. The other thing I wanted to say is, you mentioned about phase 6, either starting or getting ready to start. And I'll say, Doug and his crew created a great place here. It's up to us. It's going to be up to us one day to keep it that way. So, recruit your neighbors. Somebody that is looking for a place like this and will come here with the right attitude, uh, tell them about it. Put them on the referral list. Let's make sure that we keep the bluff what it is once Doug and his folks depart.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody else need any information that we haven't gotten yet?
As far as the gate code up front, like coming in right now, we key in a code, right? Is there going to be some type of automation that goes like something
Yes.
put on your
So
car?
so what's going to happen is that they seem to be delayed because there's been a glitch with it. We're going to be getting, it's like a little sticker. It's like a little chip sticker that's going to be going on the headlight on your car. So you won't need a beeper. You won't need any kind of a code.
Okay.
Did you get a code?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have the code. Right. So that code, we weren't supposed to have been using it for so long. If you really want a clicker, like if you really want one, I mean, we never got it because my feeling was, they kept saying, oh, you're not going to need it for too long. So I'm getting really good at not hitting the things. Michael's arms are really, really long, so it's not such a big deal, but I'm getting better at guessing it. But those should be coming very soon. And for some reason, I think it's it's either the humidity or something's going on where there's been a glitch. So what'll happen is that will work for both gates. So you'll be able to get in both gates. But that back construction gate will only work from 7 to 7. It will only work. And even the people who have codes, that gate will never open. It's only supposed to be opening from 7 to 7. So hopefully it'll happen soon. And then the Oak Island Beach House and the clubhouse will be you're not going to have a code for that. It's going to be an app on your phone that you won't have to even open. You don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket or out of your pocketbook. It's just going to be, it'll recognize it so that this way they'll know who's going in and out. And that'll be for everybody's security and protection as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So question with regard to that being on the headlight, how is that going to work with people that like go through car washes and stuff like that? I mean,
that's not a problem. Okay. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. And if for whatever reason, if it should fall off or whatever, they'll give you another one.
Okay.
But it's a very big job. It's a very big production to just get it all started because every single one of those get calibrated for your family, to your address. So if you imagine, it's because the POA once they get it, every single one goes to every single place that it needs to go. So it's just, they want to make sure that it's working better than what we have before they start, getting rid of so your code will always work, but your clicker won't. So you'll always, no matter what. So if it should fall off in your car wash or someplace, and it doesn't open the gate automatically, your code, you can always manually use your code. So you're never going to get locked out. That will never be a problem. You just have to get another sticker. You just go to the office and they'll put another sticker on. I've asked that question. No one's going to get you. You'll be able to get in. Don't worry. All right. Anybody else have anything to share? Anything else to put on our list? So just stay safe, stay happy, keep coming, and let us know when you're coming down. Gary sent pictures of the closing. I want to see that.
My daughter.
I've got, it's no seam time. I'm watching little things come in and out. Yes, it is now. We've gone from the yellow snow to Mosquito Junction. There's all kinds of bugs here. It's like I heard about it. We're almost at the end of the pollen, And now we're into things that fly. And there are a lot of them. Don't laugh, Lillian, because you're going to be here before you know it, and you're going to say,
Come on. Don't you think for 1 minute when we moved from New Jersey to Maryland that we had stink bugs?
Oh, we have stink bugs. I killed one the other day.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like.
I just don't want the water bugs. They're nasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's why we have our handy exterminator that shows up here every 3 weeks, every 3 months.
But Robin, what we had about 2 years ago, and this was a project that Paul had to do not too long ago. I don't know if you know this and being down there, but the lantern flies, they are very evasive bug that literally will destroy the tree itself. They go up the tree in the morning and they do their business up there, and then they come down and they're all over the place, but they eat somehow or another, they eat the tree within.
Yeah.
And weakens the tree. We had 2 trees fall on the fence in the back here, so that's what we did, but they're pretty bad. 3 years ago here, they came from Lancaster or from Pennsylvania, which is only like 5 miles from us. But they're going south for some reason.
Because everybody wants to come to Leland.
Yeah.
Yes, Dennis.
So, have you recently had a vendor to come to the group to talk about, window coverings, blinds, stuff like that? You got a
Yes.
recording?
Yep.
Can you share that with me, please?
Absolutely. Yes. And actually Ricky's using the same person. So that, and I think you were here when he was on, and when Chip was on here. When Chip and his sons were here, you weren't here. I'll shoot that over to you.
Okay, thank you.
I'll definitely shoot that over. Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem. Not a problem. So I am so excited that you guys are here. Please keep communicating. Please keep asking questions, and please keep coming to visit when you're down here. Gary, give Suzanne a hug from me, and tell her we missed her, but that it was nice to see you, even if it was just from the neck up. And we're looking forward to seeing you eventually down here. Hopefully, even if it's just for a week, and maybe you'll come in December for the POA.
I'll go during my winter break at school.
Yeah, well, you have to at least come and see the baby. He won't be a baby. He won't be a baby by the time you get down here. It's all good. But yeah, keep coming down, keep coming and visiting. You guys know where we are. Keep us posted, and you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.